Let's watch an explosive CNN panel with economist Catherine Rampell taking on Scott Jennings over Trump and his many lies and shortcomings, where some very good points were raised and some lies were told by Jennings. And as always, I'm here to fact check those and add whatever additional context is needed as well.
Trump released more convicted criminals into the interior of the United States because he was busy filling up his prisons, his jails, his ICE detention centers with asylum seekers. That's what we're talking about here. When you deprioritize the criminals, that means you're prioritizing everyone else.
They're gonna prioritize the people that have deportation orders.
They didn't last time.
They're gonna prioritize the criminals. And I think the message is pretty clear. If you've come here and broken our laws and you're wreaking havoc on communities, you're gone.
Okay,
but that's not everybody.
So explain to me how you get to the rest of it, because those individuals that you're talking about doesn't get you anywhere close to what Trump has said he would do in terms of deportations. Not close.
Well,
so where's the rest of it
I think that's where you start.
I always thought it was funny this election cycle that a main MAGA talking point was Kamala had 4 years. Why didn't she do it then? Despite her being the vice president and having no power to actually do something. Meanwhile, Trump was actually president and he didn't do any of the things he's promising this time, yet MAGA just eats all of it up. I mean, he didn't secure the border last time, but we're supposed to believe he's the answer this time. He released more criminals into America than Biden last time, but he's going to fix the migrant crime this time, right? He sent us into a manufacturing recession last time, but he's going to bring jobs back to America. Like, at what point do we say this is laughable? Because that's what it is. And Abby is also right here. The criminals gets him nowhere to the number of deportations that he's promised, right? It's just a red herring, which is why he's saying that he'll do things like overturn birthright citizenship, something that's constitutionally protected, by the way, and do the alien or invoke the Alien Enemies Act, which would allow him to deport even legal immigrants, citizens even, right? It's easy to throw around words like criminals, etc., and like all these bad buzzwords to get people on board, because then you're selling to racist paranoia.
Not only will he fail at his promise at bringing grocery prices down, he will probably drive them up higher for a number of reasons. One of which is that he wants to deport most of our farm labor force. Not only the people who are here who are without authorization, people who are undocumented, but actually we have a lot of workers here who are on visas, temporary, basically seasonal agricultural visas who are here legally, a visa program he wants to end. He wants to deport lots of people from other parts of the food processing system, people who work in meatpacking plants, again, people who are here legally and who are not here legally. Beyond that, he wants to raise tariffs on the food that we bring in from other countries. We get 90% of our avocados from Mexico and something like 2/3 of our fresh tomatoes. These things will drive prices up. So it's not only a matter of it's hard to get them back down. It's easy to get them up higher.
And this is so true that ultimately, even since Trump has won, like now he doesn't have to sell the lies, has himself admitted that he can't guarantee that prices will come down. And it's because much of his plan is inflationary. And it's in ways that he has yet to articulate that he has a plan on how to address, or honestly even shows that he understands how or that these effects could happen. I mean, mass deportation of our agriculture labor, specifically like farm labor, will drive up the prices, right? Also, while raising the prices of imported goods with tariffs, it's going to across the board bring these prices up through multiple different industries, where Trump, again, hasn't spoken on how we're going to address the labor shock from the deportations, or how to address the increased prices businesses who import will face and then have to pass these on to consumers. So it's all just superficial talking points to sell a message with him. And I think America is going to find out real quick why, however boring policy might be, it's what actually drives solutions and what we need in the forefront of like for the presidency, while talking points do nothing but, might garner views to a message.
All of the things that Trump is promising now in his economic agenda will make inflation worse.
Cheaper energy?
First
make
of all,
it worse?
Oil production is at an all-time high. We are producing more oil per day in this country than any country has in history.
I think energy producers would tell you the government is put a boot on their
Trump's own donors in the fossil fuel industry.
About that we are producing more oil now than even when Trump was in office.
Well, it's more.
That's a fact.
It's about more than just oil production. There's all sorts of refining capacity,
we're producing
pipeline
record
capacity.
high levels of natural gas.
Look,
we're producing record high levels.
I know your favorite pastime is to come out here and talk over me, but just please.
I care about the facts. I care about the facts.
And this is a great example of what I just said. He's doing the talking points right now. Cheaper energy. That is a talking point. What does it mean, right? How do you do that? How do you get cheaper energy? It's not a policy. Even drill, baby, drill. Like, These are talking points, especially considering we drill more oil now than we ever have before, than we ever did under Trump. But this is often how it is with MAGA, right? Ask them the name of Trump policy, and it's always just talking points because he didn't have any actual plans. He has concepts, right? Secure the border, cheaper energy, bring back jobs. Like, what do these things mean? What's the policy that gets us there? How is it funded? Where's the votes, right? MAGA is convinced that secure the border is a policy. Like, it's not a bill name. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's political posturing, but it's also like, what is Trump going to do to lower energy? Biden drills more oil. Biden accepted more oil drilling leases. Trump slashed OPEC, which directly led to an increase in gas prices. Like, in terms of who has been better on energy, it's been the Democrats, and it's not even close. You can even go as far to say that Trump was bad on energy actively. And then it all comes back down to like, what does this have to do with prices and inflation anyway? Where if MAGA is saying that inflation is bad under Biden and he directly caused it, despite Biden having more energy independence than ever before, that alone should tell them that energy independence doesn't lower prices. So Trump is talking out of his ass, but these people don't even critically engage with their own points. It's just whatever attack line sounds like it'll work for the other side.